Hi there. So in the last video I created this page using Divi 3.0 and it was just the initial page of my website, and that was just so we can get a feel for how the new Divi works. So now what we're going to do today is we're going to add the header, the menu, and some of the back-end information such as fonts and link colors and things of that nature. So let's get started. So we're logged in here to our dashboard. The very first thing I need to do is go to my pages and the home page. And I was using a blank template. So we're going to want to come up here and go to default template now. We'll go ahead and update that. So we can see now that that adds this information to the top of the website as well as a footer. So that's what we'll be working with. So let's go next. We'll want to come here to Divi theme options. From the theme options page, the first thing we're going to want to do is upload our logo. So I've already pre-uploaded mine. If you haven't done it, you would come here to upload select files. You would pick your logo and then upload it. But since I've done it, we'll go ahead and cancel. So I'm going to select my logo. We'll set it as logo. Same thing for fave icon. I've already uploaded one, so we're going to choose fave icon and set it as fave icon. If you don't already have a fave icon, go ahead and Google fave icon generator, and there are websites out there where you can upload a small graphic and it will create a fave icon for you, or they already have ones that are pre-made that you can choose. Now the next thing we're going to do is come here to the color picker palette. So in the last video I went ahead and changed some of these colors. I added the brown, the green, and the orange. Today I'm going to actually change this yellow. So I'm going to come here to I'm going to click on the yellow, which I'd already clicked on, and then I'm going to type in pound FFD 0. I don't know why I just did that. FFD 000, and we're going to go ahead and choose that yellow. Then I'm going to scroll down here. I'm going to disable these icons, and the reason I'm disabling them is because as of right now I don't have Facebook, Twitter, or Google. We'll add those later, but for now we're going to disable them. And then I'm going to enable the back to top button. That's that little button that shows up over here as you scroll down along web pages. At this point I don't know if I'll need it or not, but I'm going to go ahead and enable it. So I'll save these changes. Alright, so the next thing we're going to go do is we're going to come up here to the theme customizer. So let me show you what we've just done. By adding the logo, we now have my logo up here. So that's what we've done. So now what we're going to do is take care of some of the other settings. Then layout settings, I'm happy with these layout settings. If I wanted to have a boxed website, it would look like that. You know what, my next step I'm going to do is actually I'm going to come up here and come down to static page, because I want it to show my web page here. So we're going to come up to static page, and where it says front page, we're going to choose home. So now as I'm working, I can actually see my web page. So we'll do that. So now if you see, if I had wanted a box layout, that's what it would look like. So we're going to go ahead and uncheck that. Typography, I think this font's probably a little bit small for me, so I'm going to go ahead and change that to 16. The body line height at 1.7. Now we can always change these in the individual text modules, but I'm going to go ahead and give my default just a little bit bigger at 1.9. Header text I'm going to leave, spacing I'm going to leave, line height I'm going to leave. My header font, I'm going to change my header font from the default to Droid Sans, and my body font I'm going to change from the default, and I'm actually going to have a serif font and change that to Georgia. My body link color, as you can see right now, it's this blue. I want to make that yellow that you saw earlier, so I'm going to go ahead and FFD 000. Now I think that yellow pops pretty nicely. I think it's going to pop nice on the green and the brown. Now as I add links to those colors, and if I find out it doesn't pop, I'll come back here and I'll change the link color at that point, or I'll just add an individual customization in the CSS for that page. On my body text color, I think that's a little light for me, so I'm going to go a little bit darker, down to say 19191. There we go. That looks better. And I'm going to do the same thing for the header, so those colors are consistent. There we go. So I think all that looks good. So I'm going to go ahead, for now I'm going to go ahead and save and publish it. So in case anything happens. Background, I'm not going to make any changes to the background. Now header and navigation, header format, as you can see this is the default where the logo is here on the left. So I can kind of play around to see what I like better. Centered, inline, slide in, or full screen. I think for now we're going to leave it centered like this. So we'll see as I add more menu items in the future, we'll see how the balance looks. But for now we're going to leave it like this. Now our primary menu, here we can set the menu height and the logo height. And if you see that's going to, right there, you can see how that adjusts. So I think I'm going to go with about 125 and the logo height. We'll go about 86. Everything else I'm going to leave the same. I'm going to go ahead and change the font here to the Droid Sans. And the text color I'm going to leave the same. Active link color. I've changed these in the past. So active link color, I changed the green, and the drop down menu line color I changed the orange. So we're going to leave those as it is. I don't have any drop down menus, so I'm not going to worry about the drop down menu animation for now. Secondary menu bar, that's going to be this top one up here. So let's go ahead and change that color to... Now one of the problems on the color picker palette, it doesn't come over here to the customizing. So you still have to enter them manually like this. So I'm going to change that to orange. That's probably too much orange, so let's change it to the green and see what that looks like. Alright, we'll leave that as green. Now I may not even ever use that, but for now we'll have that as green. We'll leave the text. And if I do have a drop down menu color, we're going to want to make that the same color. So I'm going to change that to green as well. And we'll leave that. Fixed navigation. So as you see when you scroll down, your menu gets smaller. That's what the fixed navigation is. So what I'm going to set that to about 75, I think. There we go. See, you see how that got smaller like that? And I changed previously, I changed the active primary link color to this green. So I think we're going to leave all this the way it is. And if we find out in the future we need to change it, we will. Footer, I'm going to do another time. Buttons, blog, color schemes, menus. So menus, we're going to go ahead and add a menu. I'm going to call that main menu. Go ahead and create that, and then we're going to choose the primary menu. That's this menu bar right here, so we'll choose that. Alright, and we're going to save all that. So one thing I do want to do is I want to go back to my theme options here, go to navigation, and I don't want to have all of these pages, these two pages on my menu, so I'm going to go ahead and take those off. I don't want to have categories on my menu, so I'm going to go ahead and take those off. Alright, that looks good, so we're going to save it. So let's come back to the website. So now you can see it has the home and the home, and the reason I have home on here twice is because I have home link enabled. So I'm just going to go ahead and see where it says display home link. I'm going to go ahead and disable that. So now when we come back, we're going to see it only on here once. Okay, well that's it for this video. I just wanted to show you how to do the back end and customize the top. Currently we only have the one page. That's why I only have the one link. But as I build up this web page, we'll see more and more links up there. Great, thanks a lot for watching this video. Check out the other video links in my description, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.